Hey everybody, Jim here. Well, you all need to go see this movie. I just saw Kubo and the Two Strings, the latest installment in the Leica Entertainment animated movies, which are all done with the stop motion style, and I can safely say that this is easily one of my favorite movies this year. Leica Entertainment, the company that makes these, has been making a lot of really wonderful animated movies over the years. Coraline, Paranorman, really good animated flicks. Box Trolls was just kind of alright, but even that one wasn't bad, and it's easily their worst. And this was one of their best. I don't know if it's their best period against Coraline, which really is a favorite of mine. I don't know if this one's quite superior to that, but definitely comes close. And what's really sad about Leica Entertainment's movies is they're really good and really original, but none of them have made that much money. And that's really sad. Like, I heard that Suicide Squad made more in its third weekend than this movie did in its first. And that is such a shame. People wonder, why does Hollywood keep pumping out all these remakes and sequels and all this other crap rather than putting out original stories? This is why. If you really want to see a good, originally told fantasy story, this is it, people. If you ignore this movie, you reserve your right to ever complain about too many remakes or sequels. This is such a breath of fresh air. Everything about this movie, the visual design of the stop-motion puppets are just beautiful. Obviously, it doesn't look realistic, but there's just such a loving craftsmanship to all these puppets and the way they move in such a flowing way. It just blows me away. Alright, everything about this movie. There's such a wonderful heart to it, too. It just grabs at your heartstrings. All the characters, like Charlize Theron is the monkey, Matthew McConaughey is this, beetle man. They are all so well developed, and you learn and grow with these characters over this journey, and the rules, the fantasy rules that it makes up, there's all these really strange magical elements. And there's kind of a wonderful dream logic to it all. It's not realistic and not all the rules are all that consistent, but it doesn't matter because there's such a wonderful dreamscape fantasy sense to it. Almost, what could I best compare this to? Almost kind of a dark crystalline sense to this fantasy world. The whole thing was just wonderful. I guess if you have really little ones, as a bit of a warning, this movie goes to some dark places, and I think that's a really good thing. I think most kids, unless they're really, really, really little, but I think like 6 or 7 year olds, I think they can handle this. And I think a movie that's a little bit creepy, a little intense, I think that's good for them. I've always said so. Coraline was the same way. Coraline is really creepy at times. It's borderline an animated horror movie, but it really is wonderful, and it conveys a great message to kids about not trusting people who claim that they will deliver you a utopian society, that they usually don't have your best interests at heart. That is a great message. This also has a wonderful message about with the dynamic between these spiritual beings and bonding with the human world. Oh, this is a wonderful animated movie. This is definitely going to be in my top favorite movies of 2016. So, like I said, this movie needs your support. Like Entertainment needs your support. I really want to see more movies like this. Go see this movie, please. I'm begging you. Go see this movie. All right, have a great summer and a great night.